we go. So, friendly reminder that on next week, actually, you have no vocab quizzes. There's no vocab quiz next week because I'm trying to get us back onto a normal schedule. And we're still in week 19 when we get back, because on Monday, you're going to come in and turn in your essays on Monday, and then you're going to pick up a DBQ. And on Monday, we're going to start planning our DBQ, which means going through and doing our happies for our primaries. So what's your homework on Monday? Finish your happies. Then on Tuesday, you're going to come in, and then you have no do now. You're going to check your happies with your neighbor, and then we're going to start writing. And guess what your homework on Tuesday is? Finish writing the DBQ. So Tuesday is going to be your long day. So try to plan as best as possible. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of warning now that I know how everything is going to kind of wash out. It's Tuesday that we're going to be writing, and Tuesday night you'll be writing. Wednesday when you come in, we're going to make sure we're going to highlight our essays again, kind of have a low-key last day of writing week. Then Thursday when you come in, we will begin content. I will be starting to teach the revolutions. This happens to be one of my favorite weeks because I love the American Revolution. It's actually what I got my bachelor's in. I will speak about it for like 18 minutes, but I really only need to talk about it for 7. So I hope you really enjoy those extra 11 minutes because it's my favorite thing and I spent 4 years working on it. So, whew, how great. Really putting that degree to work. Anyway, it's the American Revolution, the French Revolution, and the Haitian Revolution on top of the Scientific Revolution, and of course, the Age of Enlightenment. It's one of my favorite units. Really great. But ladies and gentlemen, let me warn you. We got names on names on names on names on names. Oh, and we got books on top of books on top of books on top of books that you need to know. Lots of evidence. What a wonderful way to phrase it, Vance. You're correct. Lots of evidence that you will be collecting. So, period 5, you're going to see a huge uptick in information. Period 6, it's even bigger. So, keep that in mind. But the good thing is the content you're going to be familiar with. Really, we're going to start getting into content that you've actually heard in classrooms before, and you have some background of content knowledge on, which will be good. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Like you didn't know about your boy Mansa Musa or Wang Mang before, so you had to learn that. You know of a guy named George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, right? Please say yes. Yes. Okay, so with that being said, I love what content we're starting on Thursday, but we got to get there, which means we've got 6 essays to write this weekend and a DBQ. So, let's get to it, shall we? Now, what I would like you to do is you can take out your phones because you're going to want to do it here in a moment because I'm going to help you out to make sure your formatting is correct for your essays this weekend. You're writing both LEQs and SAQs, so you're going to need both. Now, these are just the formats, and I'll let you take a picture of it in a second with both of them, so like I'm going to get out of the way and everything. So, for your SAQs, don't take a photo yet. I will tell you when. I'll have both of them next week. Garrett, that wasn't an invitation to catch up on your text messages, but thanks. So, for the SAQ, just a friendly reminder, you have 5 this weekend. You go restating the prompt with similar language, you use the correct period, you correctly answer the prompt, you explain why your answer is correct, and then you provide your evidence. Okay? Sound familiar? Very straightforward. How many paragraphs is it? It's 1. It's really like, you could do it in 3 sentences. It could take you up to 4 sentences. Okay? That's it. Then your LEQs, you have a thesis paragraph, and then you have paragraph 2, 3, and 4, which are all of your content paragraphs. Your thesis has, Maggie, you're going to want to hear this, girl. Thesis statement, you restate the prompt, your time period, and your 3 aspects. You also include your contextualization. It looked like you were staring off into space. I was just trying to pull you back down, girl.
Sorry, is this the one with A, B, and C? The LEQs that have the...
It depends on the format.
Oh,
okay. Okay. Now you are writing a CCOT, so it's even a little bit different of a structure. Okay, because you're doing direct comparisons, correct? Continuities will change to still 3 paragraphs. But you're going to restate the prompt, you're going to write the correct answer, explain the answer, your evidence, and your synthesis. You're going to connect it to a bigger thing. You're not going to die. It's better than a DBQ. Imagine if I gave you a DBQ to write this weekend. How horrific. Take a photo. How horrific would that have been if I gave you a DBQ?
Alone would be horrible. Alone? No.
Yeah, alone or with other things. If it's alone, yeah, alone. Means by knowing it broke. It's shattered, and then I was walking with it in the rain, and it got water damage.
It's better if it's in a different region. What? Macy, you are killing me today. You've also lost your words. You and Garrett, you're not allowed to talk anymore. You and Garrett are in the same damn boat.
I love that they're right next to you.
I know. What? I'm aware.
You know how they have like 2 or 3 different parts?
Yeah.
Do you need 3 sentences for each part?
What are you talking about? The SAQs?
Yeah.
Yeah, for each part of the question. It should be about 3.
No.
What? I can't hear someone who's speaking to me. Chloe. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you just got to make sure you declare what period. You can't just start talking, oh, in the United States. There is no United States in period 4. You know, like you just have to.
Is the United States like new?
5.
Right now. 6.
5 and 6. We're in 6 right now.
Wait, so for synthesis, can it be in the same time period?
It can in a different region.
Okay.
Guys, you have all of your notes on how to write this stuff. It's not like we haven't seen this stuff before. Can we agree?
But it's been a while.
They're
I know, so
jumbled
open
together.
up your notes. What? I hope I look fantastic. I bet I don't.
You want to see it? Like
No. I know exactly what I look like. It's probably me going. Guys, you are missing an opportunity to plan because of all of your BS talking, which I'm fine with because I don't want to help you that much. Okay, so your homework for this weekend, you have 1 LEQ and 5 SAQs. Your LEQ prompt, now listen very carefully. I'm going to try to help you as much as I can, so you're going to want to listen. You're only doing the first one. The interaction of the Eastern and Western hemispheres transformed trade and religion had significant economic, cultural, and demographic impact on the world. This is the actual question here. Develop an argument that evaluates how new contacts amongst Western Europe, Africa, and the Americas from 1492 to 1750 led to social and economic transformations that occurred in the Atlantic world. Ladies and gentlemen, let me clarify. If I was you, I would take a couple notes. You can only talk about social and economic things. Okay? You're doing a CCOT. Who can raise your hand and tell me what CCOT stands for? Katie?
Continuity.
Continuities and changes over time. Perfect. And what does a change mean? Jesse?
Something that was in one period and changed going into.
Something brand new that happened in this period. Can we agree? Discovery of America is a change in period 4. Okay. The creation of the encomienda system is a change in period 4. Everyone's clear on that. What is a continuity, which is the hardest of the 2? What do you got, Kate? There you go. Something that was used in a period before and it continues after the period exists. Which one's harder? Continuities are significantly harder, so keep that in mind. Now, ladies and gentlemen, another hint for you that you can do 1 continuity for Western Europe, 1 change for Africa, and 1 change for the Americas. You can use all 3 different regions. You don't have to have things that apply to each. You just have to declare what region you're talking about. Is everyone clear about that? In Western Europe, a change is blah. Now keep in mind, just going along with the formatting with CCOT, you need 2 continuities and 1 change, or 1 change and 1 continuity and 2 changes. Do we have a fire drill this period? I know. So your flip over real quick. Okay, Renaissance for your short answer. It's weird. 2. You're doing 2, 3, 5, 9, and 11. It is so weird that my air count went off. So
Even
weird.
broke, like just right now.
Wouldn't we know that?
Why would you curse me in that way? I thought we were friends, Jesse. That's
Sorry.
really mean. Okay, so friendly reminder: you have 2, 3, 5, 7. Nope. 2, 3, 5, 9, and 11. What do you got, Macy?
For the CCO2, do you have to focus on one region the entire time?
No,
Or can you do
I
that?
just talked about that. You can talk about. That was so weird. You can talk one about Western Europe, one about Africa, one about the Americas. Now, ladies and gentlemen, is there any continuities in the Americas? No. Well, no, because the Europeans came up and just screwed everything up. Okay, so there's pretty much no continuities in the Americas, so I would don't even try. But you can find a bunch for Western Europe and Africa. So keep that in mind. Okay, so those are your essays. Just a friendly reminder. Oh, we already showed you that because I did that for last period. Okay, so does anyone have any questions about what the homework is for this weekend? Alex?
So we only have one LE?
Only one LEQ. I can do 2 if you want.
That's fine.
Fine.
Thank you, Alex.
I just want to make sure everyone has the opportunity to achieve the goals they have set for
Yeah,
themselves.
that's
All right, so you have 1 LEQ and 5 short answer questions. Why don't we use our time wisely? Which one do you want me to help you with?
LEQ.
Okay, so take out. Now, you do need to plan all of your essays. If you want to plan them all on like one. I almost killed you. I'm so sorry. If you want to plan them out on one sheet or like 2 sheets, whatever, and you just write down which one you're dealing with, like LEQ, question 2, just so I know. But you need to turn in your planning because, ladies and gentlemen, I have to plan my essays before I write them. And I've been doing this for a very long time. So do you think you're smarter than me and better than me and don't have to plan your essays? No. So you need to plan your essays. I plan my essays. Let's get to it. So let's look at the prompt one more time. Develop an argument that evaluates how new contacts among Western Europe, Africa, and the Americas from 1492 to 1750 led to social and economic transformation that occurred in the Atlantic world. So we are looking at the LEQ. What period is it? 4. Period 4. And we only can talk about social and economic. Okay, and we can only focus on Western Europe, Africa, and Americas. Okay, I'm going to divide my sheet in half. I got continuities, and I got changes. And I need 3 total. I can have 2 changes and 1 continuity, or 2 continuities, 1 changes. All right, here we go. What do we got? Maggie. Triangular trade is not social or economic.
It's not.
Guys, you're looking at, one of the key words is a transformation.
Why is it not
Isn't
economic?
it economic?
It is economic, but is it a transformation?
Wait, what is-
Transatlantic slate is not a
How would
transformation.
you do a continuity if it's a transformation?
You can absolutely do it. We did it last period. Guys, you're looking at the impacts of things, a transformation that occurred in the Atlantic world. Now keep in mind, when we talk about the Atlantic world, you cannot use anything from India or China or any connections from there. You have to be focused on the Atlantic basin. Katie?
A change in the Americas is social, first time like that.
Yeah, for sure. Income enda system, so a change. Income enda system. Okay, and what's the impact of it? What's the transformation that it has?
Western Europe, well, the Americas are like work to cause them to die off.
Yep. Indigenous population. It's used as the workforce until they die. Okay, what's your evidence? You can't just say a drop in population now.
What if it was like a, do we know what percent?
Huh?
Was it like, do we know what percent?
No. What would be a piece of evidence we could use? What do you got, Claire? The Aztecs? He doesn't kill all the Aztecs, though. And we're trying to prove that he's going to use them for work. So by saying he kills them all, kind of defeats our argument. It's like saying I kill everyone in this class and then said I taught you how to pass the AP World exam. No, I didn't. I killed you. You know what I mean? What do you got, Alex?
That's different.
That's slavery, man. Yeah, and Haitians are controlled by the French, and the income system's done by the Spanish. What do you got, Vance?
You could say how long the life expectancy was in Brazil.
Brazil is not encomienda. That they speak Portuguese.
Christopher Columbus had it happen in like Hispaniola, and where he like landed.
There you go, and wiped out the indigenous population called.
Was it?
I taught you this.
It was like this.
Christopher Columbus wiped out the population of Hispaniola. What are the names of those people? That is perfect evidence for this. Jackson? Starts with a T. Not Tahitians. Tahitians still live. They live in Tahiti. No. Jackson. Tiano people.
Oh,
Columbus is.
Yeah, how do you remember that one?
Columbus is. What would you say? Exploitation.
I was trying to.
Exploiting and killing the Tiano population of Hispaniola. I can't hear a damn thing you're saying. The Tiano are the indigenous population and what we call today Hispaniola. When he arrived, he started putting them to work and he killed them by working so hard.
How is that different from brutality?
What's your evidence?
What would be the evidence?
But he didn't enslave them all into the encomienda system. He didn't. This is a perfect example. It is the first example of it. It is the bomb. All right, here we go. What else we got? I'd also include Spain somehow to make sure you know. Maggie.
Colombian exchange.
You can't just say Colombian exchange.
And then you could elaborate. So it's an example is,
Guys, Africa is the easiest place to do this on. Africa by far is the easiest. Ben.
I'm just gonna do the Americas. You said you started like cash crops in the Americas and these people like the max production of sugar.
But what's the transformation of it? How is that going to led to social and economic transformations? You're going to have to argue a lot to get there, Logan. Okay. What are you trying to prove, though? For like a little bit, and then bye-bye. Claire. Guys, hi. You're looking at transformations. So look at the impact of something and work your way backwards. Okay, so triangular slave trade had many impacts. Okay, transformed Africa. That'd be one way to go at it. No, Amy. Who were they trading with? What's your evidence for that? You're right. And the easiest way would be to say they were slave trading with the Muslims. But guess what you can't include? Muslims, because you're talking about the Atlantic world. There's no Muslims on the Atlantic world. Jesse,
The end of the social.
what is it going to be your evidence about?
There's gotta be something.
Oh my God, no. Garrett,
Oh, you said a slave trade in West Africa affected population. You like turn the population value women more, right?
I wouldn't say value women more, but have more women. There you go. Okay, so a change would be gender disparity. In Africa. There you go. Caused by what?
So that's slave being educated. Like the male population.
How about triangular trade? Does that sound like we know what we're talking about? Is this only second period?
Yeah.
Caused by triangular trade. Okay. Okay, targeting male population. Okay, what is our evidence going to be? Your evidence is what? Guys, what is the evidence of it? Vendela. We could go even easier, but Sadie?
The men started having multiple wives.
Yeah, polygamy. Polygamy. What else we got? Guys, we keep talking about it. Alex?
Queen.
Huh?
The queen, I think, was like.
She was a female queen.
No, I know, but like that's not why she's put in power though. There's female queens in Africa. Like that would happen before slave trade. Polygamy and like there's more polygamy and then women have more power. Is that how we started this whole thing?
That's what I was gonna say.
Have more power politically. Yeah.
I'm so confused by what is evidence and what isn't.
By knowing polygamy, and we're going to just tie it to this, we have polygamy down, which is a nice big key word that scores us a point. We're just securing it with that.
But what can we use? Don't we need an example for how they were more politically powerful?
No, you were doing social. Gender, it's social and economic. By fact that we mentioned triangular trade, we know something. The fact that we know there's gender disparity in Africa caused by it because of the targeting of the male population, we've scored all our points.
I think we should try to get the continuity done because I cannot know. I'm going to be able to finish on my
What?
How does polygamy tie into
No. Polygamy, a piece of evidence is that there's polygamy for the first time in Africa because of it. A separate thing because there's more women. Women start rising in power because there's no men. They're two separate. Polygamy does not make women more powerful. Let me make myself clear. Polygamy does not make women more powerful. So if a man's like, yeah, you can be powerful, just let me marry like 6 other women, that is a terrible idea. All right. Continuities. What do you got, Katie? This is very thought-provoking, huh?
I mean, I was going to say, like, because new diseases were brought to America from Europe, that Europe didn't have any. Well, that
Good.
was-
What the hell are you going to say? Yeah, no. Claire. Yes! The spreading of religions is a bomb answer, Claire. Okay, so the spreading of religions is a continuity. Spreading of religions via what? No. Via trade. Let's just keep it simple, stupid, Claire. Trade. How are we going to prove it with missionaries? You're going to drop some names down? Come on. Period 3, because we got to show it's a continuity. During period 3, what religion is spreading via trade in the world? And let's via trade in Africa. Let's make it in Africa. By the way, I'm spoon feeding you people, so step up your game.
Islam.
Islam is being spread along where? Trans-Saharan trade. And what's going to be our key evidence here? Mansa Musa. Boom. Mansa Musa. And why does Mansa Musa do it?
So that
Oh.
Get more trade. Wow. Equals more trade. Cool. Now period 4. The spreading of religion and via trade in Africa. What religion is going to be picked up? Christianity. Along what trade route? Transatlantic. And sea route. I'm just going to write sea routes to make it clear. And who is going to convert to Christianity? Aiden.
Montezuma, is it?
No.
No.
Montezuma is in
Oh.
Aztec. What do you got, Logan? Is Kingdom of what? Nope. Kingdom of Aksum is period 2. What do you got? Kingdom of Congo. Now, just for extra points, Kingdom of Congo is with a K, by the way. Does anyone remember the dude? Katie? There you go. King Nzinga. Mbemba. And does anyone know what he converts to? He becomes Alfonso. Alfonso the First. Yes, of course we learn this stuff, people. He's an APR too?
Well, Kingdom of Congo was.
that's like
not him.
There was the Nkisi.
Oh, I don't care. How much time do I have?
It like formed like a minute.
Do we only need these 3?
We haven't even
No, because we showed that it goes from period 3 to period 4.
Oh.
It does, and it does continue.
Do we only need
Yeah, because in period 5, you're going to have a bunch of like Bible thumpers show up in Africa trying to convert them.
Well,
No. We just proved it that we really know in 3. Goodbye. Have a great weekend. Remember, you have plenty of homework.
yeah.
Get it done.
I kind of want someone to not do it so I can see you go off. Why would you want her to?
You don't want to see it.
See, that's horrible.